Right, good evening and welcome to our sixth form open evening, which this year takes place virtually as a result of our ongoing battle with the pandemic. We are still, nevertheless, regardless of all of the stuff that people are going through out there, we are delighted to welcome you to our sixth form open evening. And we really hope that this evening gives you a great feel for our wonderful school and the insights that are necessary for you to make that big decision about where to spend the next 2 years of your education. And my job as the principal is just to give you a flavour, I guess, of what it's like to be a student here. And I know I'll be speaking to some of our own internal students who have a strong knowledge of what it's like to be part of our community. But also, of course, I'm speaking to some students who have little knowledge about how we work and are just considering where to spend the next 2 years of their studies. So I always want to start really at what's at the beating heart of the school. And as principal, I guess it's my job to give you that real flavour and that real insight and feel for what it would be like to be a student here, to be a young man or woman studying and working hard towards their A-levels and towards their future career progression. And I guess everything that we do here is governed by the idea that our vision is for young people to be able to step into their greatness. And this means a lot to us here at our academy. We kind of fit all of the actions that we do at school into this vision, which is that we want to, as staff, step into our own greatness and perform at our very best so that young men and women can reach their own greatness and step into that greatness and really grasp it. And I'll talk a little bit about that now. So where this comes from is we truly believe in every young person's potential to be a better version and indeed the best version of themselves. Okay, we welcome children from all backgrounds with all different things that have gone on in their lives, whether that be tragedy or difficulty or just the day-to-day difficulty of being a teenager. We welcome all children to our school, but the one thing we say to them all is that we expect you to be the best versions of yourself. We expect you to make a little bit of progress every single day, to become the person that you want to be, okay, to leave behind some of the habits that you're less proud of, and we think that every child can be great. Now, there's very deliberate emphasis placed on the step into your greatness, right? It's not our job really to do that. The adults in the building, mums and dads at home, right? We're talking about 16-year-olds now and 17-year-olds and indeed 18-year-olds. Now, it's their job to step into their own greatness, okay? And we really place a great emphasis on personal responsibility and grabbing the opportunities that we place before young people and reaching their own greatness, right? I think in our modern times, dare I say, that people are quick to deny personal responsibility, quick to blame others for their misfortune, quick to look around them to ask for help before they help themselves. And we're a school where there will be an abundance of opportunities, right? There will be so many opportunities to be great, right from having fantastic teachers in the classroom, having wonderful support from our sixth form team, having a great set of careers opportunities to take hold of, having an enrichment program, having wonderful other young people around you who kind of compete with you and also form some wonderful relationships that last with you for the rest of your life, right? So there are so many things that you can get hold of. But we ask that every child takes that personal responsibility to step into their greatness, right? And as staff, I ask the same thing of our teachers, right? I say to our teachers, you know, work in a great school, we provide a great learning environment, we've got wonderful kids, we're well paid, we've got good holidays, we've got all of those things that teachers can benefit from. So we expect high standards from our staff as well. And I think that's what makes us a very, very successful school here in South East London. So that's at the heart of what we do, stepping into our greatness, both for staff and for students. But let's just dig a little bit deeper. Right? What makes our school different? Why is it that our school is so successful? And there's the obligatory pop in from the premises team when I'm trying to make a video, but it wouldn't be a video without one of those. Now, what is it when you cut us right down the middle? right? What's in our core as a school? What makes that real difference? And the first thing is, we like to have quite a lot of fun at Harris Greenwich. Now, I might not look like the most fun guy. I have a very serious face, and I'm very conscious of that. But I assure you that this is a school where both adults and children have a lot of fun, right? School should be fun. Coming to work should be fun as adults. It's possible to really enjoy yourselves whilst doing a great job and supporting kids. And for kids, it's really possible to come to school, really enjoy yourself, work hard and achieve really brilliantly and step into your greatness. So school is fun, right? But we are going to challenge. Okay, we know what it looks like to get A stars. We know what it looks like to go off to the most competitive degree apprenticeships in London, right? And it comes from working hard. So school is going to be challenging, but it's also going to be fun. Number two there, effort is more important than talent and ability every single day of the week, okay? And we in our building, we understand that. We've been in South East London for many years now. I've worked here for 15 years, all right? And we are very clear. We meet so many young people, and we know, I know, they know, that if you work hard, you put in the right effort, you graft, you really show people what you're made of as a character, someone who's resilient and can dig deep, even when the going gets tough, right? That's what makes successful young men and women, not someone that just happens to, from their genetic disposition, be blessed with an ability in maths or music or science or whatever, or they've by luck had parents who particularly were involved in their lives when they were younger and gave them lots of advantages, right? Now, all that makes the difference when they're 16, 17, 18 is who's working harder. Okay, I couldn't care less what's happening in private schools up the road. If we're working harder than them, we're going to get better results than them every single time. And that is what happens every single year, okay? We know what it takes, but it's effort every day. We think sixth formers should be role models, right? And all of our students, we would expect the very highest standard of behaviour from them, okay? We expect them to model it in their dress, in their comportment, the way they carry themselves around school, the way they speak to adults, the way they speak to each other, but also, of course, the way they speak to younger students, okay? And integrity for us is a word that sums up what we expect. Integrity meaning doing the right thing even when no one's looking. And our sixth form students really, almost without exception, over the last 8 or 9 years have displayed integrity and really shown us what it means to be a proud student in our community. So that's a big belief for us. Students should act with integrity, and certainly sixth formers lead the way on that front. Well, what's our secret to success? You know, why are we better than the school up the road? Why are we better than other schools such as grammar schools or whatever round the corner? And I truly believe the only distinction is that our staff are simply more committed, better trained, they have more fun, they aren't burnt out, they have a balanced workload, and they really enjoy coming to work, and they do a great job, and they do it really effectively every day. That's the only difference, okay? We have a group of 100 teachers who are, frankly, often exceptional and offer young people the kind of education that one would dream of at A level, and that's what we're most proud of. So that's always what I would invite you to dig deeper on when you look at another school, when you consider whether to send your child there for 2 years, or if you're a young person thinking, where would I like to go for A level? It's all about the quality of the staff, the quality of the teaching in the classroom, and the support they can offer you to make sure that you get the very highest grades. And I think we're second to none at Harris Greenwich. We won't burn out staff. There isn't a high staff turnover. You're not having 4 different teachers in an academic year. You'll have the same face guide you through from the start of year 12 till the end of year 13, working in teams who are really experienced at delivering A levels, and that's what makes us successful. The last thing there, parents. We would always love to work in partnership with parents. We realise that when they get a bit older, when they get a bit kind of over the 6 foot mark, and they're young men and women now, often parents think, do you know what, they can fend for themselves. Our experience is that they still need that background support, of course. They still need someone having some scrutiny over them to make sure they scoop themselves up out of bed at the right time, they do their work in the right way, they come into school in the right frame of mind, and we're really always proud to work in partnership with our families. So we love parents to step into their greatness too. So from our beliefs, from our vision, what actually happens? Well, here's what happens. We recruit the very best staff, I would say, in South East London. We train them really, really hard. Okay, we give them the very best training. We open up the best opportunities. We pair teachers together and really drive forward the professional development of our staff. We treat our staff brilliantly as best we can, right? And that keeps them in the building, that keeps them in South East London, even when there's all the financial pressures of moving out of London and trying to start a family and all of those things that might present a school like ours with trouble. We try to juggle it, and we have flexible working. We've got loads of mums who work for us, who might work 3 days a week. You know, they've moved out down to North Kent now for the family reasons, but we've managed to juggle it and keep the job as sustainable as possible, so we keep those wonderful teachers in the building. We make it really fun to be part of the school environment, so that we keep those best staff, we keep them motivated, and the support systems we have in place for staff are better than anywhere else. Okay, and this, like I said, is the key distinction that makes our school better than others for sending your child here for sixth form. So, in summary, there will be much more detail from our head of sixth form, and they've got their own 2 branches that they look after, our heads of sixth form, and they will talk you through what it's like on a day-to-day level and some of the specifics. But in general, why are we so heavily subscribed? Why do we have hundreds and hundreds of applications for only really a handful of places? Well, we're a small sixth form, okay, in a school that is highly successful. We're a small sixth form, not because we couldn't be bigger. We could be 300 kids in year 12 if we wanted to, but we deliberately make the choice to keep it around 100 to 120 so that we can learn deeply about each child as an individual. We can keep class sizes at a manageable level. We can teach brilliantly. The sixth form team can support and monitor. They get the best UCAS and careers advice we can possibly give. And we think really the only scale we can keep that quality level at is around 120 max per year group. So we're a small sixth form which offers very, very high levels of teaching and support, and we think we can make a massive difference for your son or daughter in their future education. So I warmly recommend you come along and join us here at sixth form in September. It's going to be a fabulous journey of 2 years, great fun along the way, working really hard, challenge when you're not meeting the right standards, you know, tough love when we need it. And I really, really wish you the best with making that big decision, and keep us in consideration. Big thank you from me. Sorry to not welcome you this evening in person, of course, and as soon as we're possibly open, then we will warmly invite people to come and have a look if that's what you need to do. So good luck with the rest of the evening. I'll be there for the question and answer. If you've got any specific questions, please hold on to them, and we will speak on Wednesday evening. Many thanks.